Germany is a country with lots of beautiful cities, and it is known for its breathtaking cathedrals. It is the seventh most visited country in the world and one of the wealthiest countries in the EU. While living in Germany is generally cheaper as compared to other European countries, some cities in Germany are more expensive than others. And in this video, I'll be sharing with you the most expensive cities to live in Germany. My name is Oge and welcome to my channel, and if you are new here, do have to subscribe. Thank you. Okay, this list is not going to be in any particular order. Number 1 is Stuttgart. Stuttgart is the capital of the state Baden-Württemberg. It has a population of 630,000 people. Several major companies like Porsche, Bosch, and Mercedes-Benz have their headquarters in Stuttgart. Stuttgart is currently the most expensive city in Germany. It used to be Munich, but that has changed. Now Stuttgart has taken over that post, and I don't know why. With a high number of immigrants, about 40% of Stuttgart's residents are of immigrant background. Now, the public transportation in Stuttgart include trains, trams, S-Bahns, U-Bahns, and even some waterways. They also have an international airport. Now, rent for a single room in Stuttgart can cost anywhere around 550 to 850 euros per month, depending on the size of the room, location, how furnished or unfurnished it is, and all of that. All of these variables would be same in other cities as well. So if you're living in Stuttgart, be ready to spend money. I lived in Stuttgart for 11 months, and I can tell you that city is expensive. Oh my god. But it's a really beautiful city, yeah, with lots of museums and lots of fantastic parks and places to visit and spend time with family and friends, and all of that. Number 2 is Munich. Munich is the capital of the state of Bavaria, and it has a population of 1.5 million people. It is the third largest city in Germany. Munich enjoys a very high standard and quality of living, and is one of the most prosperous cities in Germany, just like Stuttgart. And the economy is largely based on automobiles, IT, biotechnology, engineering, as well as the creative industry too. Munich is also very well known for their very popular Oktoberfest. I haven't attended that fest yet, but I look forward to doing that soon. Now, the public transportation in Munich include trains, trams, buses, S-Bahns, U-Bahns, and they have an international airport as well. Rent here can cost anything around 530 to 850 euros per month for a single room, depending on all the variables that I've said earlier. Number 3 is Frankfurt. Frankfurt is like the New York of Germany, with all the really tall buildings in Germany. We can consider them the skyscrapers of Germany, because according to the German standard or the European standard, these are really, really tall buildings. Frankfurt is the financial hub of Germany. It is home to the world's largest internet exchange point, as well as the world's largest trade fairs. Public transportation here include trains, trams, S-Bahns, U-Bahns, and buses. They also have an international airport. Now, rent in this city can cost anywhere around 400 to 800 euros per month for a single room apartment. Number 4 is Hamburg. Hamburg is the second largest city in Germany with a population of 1.8 million people, and it has a very diverse multicultural population. The city lies on the River Elbe, River Alster, and the River Biele. I hope I'm pronouncing these names correctly. So it is the shipping hub of Germany, and it is known for the logistics companies. Public transportation here includes trains, trams, S-Bahns, U-Bahns, buses, ferries, and they also have an international airport. Rent here can cost anything around 450 to 800 euros per month for a single room apartment. Number 5 is Dusseldorf. Dusseldorf is the capital of the state of North Rhine-Westphalia, and it has a population of 620,000 people. Located along the River Rhine, Dusseldorf is known as one of the most fashionable cities in Germany. Public transportation here are trains, trams, buses, U-Bahn, S-Bahn, as well as an international airport. And a single room here will cost anywhere around 400 to 800 euros per month. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please, this is a good time to do so. Give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying it so far, so I can get to more people, and as a little support for me as well. Thank you. Okay, let's get back to the video. The next city is Cologne. Cologne is a city in the state of North Rhine-Westphalia, and it is the largest city located along the River Rhine. It's a population of 1.1 million people. Cologne is a very multicultural city as well, with a diverse international community. The city is very popular for the Cologne Cathedral, which is the tallest cathedral in the world, and it is one of the most visited sites and pilgrimage destinations in Europe, with a really beautiful architecture that just sucks you in, you know. Cologne is a really beautiful city. You should visit it. If you haven't visited Cologne, you should visit it. It's a super beautiful place to be in. Public transportation here are trains, trams, S-Bahn, U-Bahns, and they also have an international airport. It almost seems like all the really big, super expensive cities have the same type of transportation. They have all the forms of transportation. Of course, people are spending so much money there, so they should have everything. They all seem to have trains, trams, U-Bahns, S-Bahns, buses, and an international airport, while the other really smaller cities, the other smaller, cheaper cities usually would include maybe just buses and trains, or just buses, trams, and trains, you know. Yeah, that's it. Now, rent in Cologne can cost anywhere around 400 to 700 euros per month for a single room. The next is Berlin. Berlin is the capital and the largest city in Germany, with a population of 3.8 million people. It has a very vast, very large international community with a very multicultural people, multicultural population, yeah, because almost everybody wants to live in Berlin, yeah. Berlin didn't used to be so expensive, but now that's not the case. Berlin is now really, really expensive because, of course, everybody wants to live in Berlin. Almost everybody wants to. When people are thinking about moving to Germany, generally they think about going to live in Berlin. So they have a lot of, the expat community there is really big. They have a lot of international, a lot of foreigners, a lot of international people in Berlin, and when there are more people, more population, as it keeps growing, the rent there just keeps skyrocketing. You know, it's the natural thing, you know, demand and supply, things like that, and everything just gets super, super expensive. At some point, the state government put a 5-year freeze on the rents in Berlin, you know, to try to control the way rents were just skyrocketing. But that's no longer the case, because the federal government cancel that, you know. Since the federal government is already controlling rent at the federal level, they felt there was no need to still control it again at the state level. So that has changed completely now, and Berlin is now so expensive to live in. It's now one of the really expensive cities to live in. Rent in Berlin will cost anything around 450 to 800 euros for a single room per month. Like I said earlier, all these will depend on the size of the room, the location, how furnished or unfurnished it is, you know, how old the building itself is, and all of that. These things will affect the price of the rent. So it can go really high. It can go really, really high. You can get really, really high, and sometimes you can be lucky to get a lot lower. So bear in mind, this is just an average. The next is Heidelberg. Even though Heidelberg is not a city, it's a town, but it's quite expensive to live in, and that's why I made its way to this list. Heidelberg is a very beautiful town in the state of Baden-Württemberg, with a population of 148,000 people. It is home to Germany's oldest and one of Europe's most respectable universities. That is the Heidelberg University. Oh my god, these German names, they can make you bite your tongue. But we get there, we keep learning how to pronounce them. Heidelberg. The town is known as a university town, with 1 in every 4 people being students. So almost everybody in that city is a student. The city is really small, but there's so many students in the city, of course, because of the university. It's really popular. It has really super good reputation and all. So yeah. Public transportation here include trains, trams, S-Bahns, and buses. And rent here would be anything around 450 to 850 euros per month for a single room. You see why why it's made its way to this list, because it's really expensive to live in this city. Okay, now go back to this video where I share with you the 10 cheapest cities to live in Germany. Thank you for being with me today, and have a fantastic week. Till I see you next time. Bye.